William, are you ready?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
He says he's as ready as he's ever going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, this is William Hurley, but it looks like he calls himself Whurley. Would you like to use this mic?
Sure.
Okay.
We're going to commandeer that mic. Is that okay?
You can have this mic.
We're not prepared.
You're not prepared yet?
No, we don't have any slides. Don't tell them.
You don't have any slides.
No. Is that okay? Can we wing it? Is everybody okay with that? Oh, no. All right. So I can just take off now. I'm like super nervous right now. Yeah, you're freaking me out a little bit. Just a tad.
I do that to
I've never talked in front of people before.
Never.
That's good. Go ahead.
All right. I'll just for 1 second. I can still have this.
Make it sound good.
All right. This guy works for Rupert Murdoch. Sort of.
Technically, no.
Technically, he doesn't work for Rupert Murdoch, but he's done work on the daily, and that's kind of a cool thing. And he's done lots of other stuff, and you can read all about it in here. Chaotic Moon Studios. I have just one question. It says you're CTO of Chaotic Moon Studios, and then there's a vertical bar, and it says Evil Genius. Is that a company or your title?
People just call me that for some reason. Jim started it, actually.
He did?
He did.
I like it.
Where's Jim? Thanks, Jim.
Can I get that title?
You can have it.
Okay. Phil Yanov wants to be an evil genius with William Hurley.
Excellent. Can I take your mic?
Would you like it?
I would like it.
William Hurley.
Thanks. So here's the deal. So here's the thing. So you already know that part. He covered it. I don't like talking. It's fantastic MC. Round of applause for him. But I don't like standing up on stage and being like, hey, I've got 25 minutes to talk. I'm going to spend 20 of it telling you about how awesome I am. That's just not cool. But I have a problem, and that is that I have no slides. But you people should have known that, because if you looked at the website, you'll notice Bob has a button that says abstract. I have a sneaky suspicion that meant he knew what he was going to talk about ahead of time. And then if you look at my section, there's no abstract. So Todd was probably a little nervous. I know when I showed up last night, people were like, damn, he showed up. But that's okay, because I could think of a slide to fix this. So we were sitting at lunch. I was like, how am I going to fix this? It's a keynote. You're supposed to have slides. And I thought, wait a second. It's an open source keynote, right? You guys are all here about open source, right? Are you ready? That's only like 5 of you? Are you guys here to talk about open source? All right. That's much better. So I came up with the most brilliant slide ever. This is probably a highlight of my speaking career right here today. Insert text here. And I thought, wait a second. Wait, let's think about this. Let's think this through. Everywhere I go and I speak, you always go to hear a presenter talk, and they always talk about, they can teach you everything about everything, and at the end of it, you leave and you don't know anything about anything. And you guys are here to learn something about open source, right? Maybe something specific? How many of you had a question when you showed up this morning? You saw abstract, you saw one guy, this guy? Could you come sit up here, sir? I'm just kidding. You have to do that. Only one guy had a question? I doubt it. Where's Hunter at? All right, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to open source the keynote. And that way, if you guys rate it later and you're like, that sucked, it's your fault. It's not mine. I mean, come on, easy out for me. So Hunter's got a mic. Here's what he's going to do. He's going to run around the room, and we're going to build the slide deck. Now, we need to do this in about the next 90 seconds or so. So if you have a question, raise your hand. He's going to come by. He's going to hand you a mic. You're going to ask a question. I'm going to put in the slides. I'm going to rearrange the slides, and then I'm going to deliver the presentation you created. Again, if it sucks, it's your fault, not mine. I'm doing everything I can up here to help you people. But only one guy brought a question, so it is not looking good. So now how many people have questions? More than one guy? 3 guys? 4 guys? All right, start with this guy. Let's get the questions.
Whurley, what do you think kids should learn in K-12 about technology?
That's not an open source question, technically. Okay. Kids in open source. Next one. Hunter, don't sit down. Get the guy in the green. My God, Hunter.
My question was how to build open source policy into an enterprise.
How to build open source policy where, sir?
In an enterprise, in a large company.
Okay, excellent. I have a great answer for that one. Next question. Keep going. Did
How
Hunter sit
do
down
I
again?
make money?
Oh, God, I've never heard that one. Wait, people make money with this? Keep going, Hunter. Don't wait on me.
Just pick somebody?
Anybody that has a question. Nobody else has a question? There's 3
I'm not
questions in
seeing
this
any hands.
entire audience about open source? You guys are going to leave and not know anything. I'm rating this presentation bad at the end of it now.
What's the best way to use open source to maintain skill sets and with development? I guess just to develop yourself as a developer.
That's not a bad one. Next question, right up here, Hunter. You can just yell at me. You're right there.
Let's say on Saturday somebody leaves this conference and they want to get involved in open source. What's the first thing you would do?
That's a great question. Go ahead, ma'am.
No, go ahead.
How can we get open source developers to document things?
All right. Do we have another question?
Yeah. How can we get it into our resumes so that we can get HR to recognize the efforts we put in?
All right. Next question. That's it? Oh, no, we got one right here. Oh, you didn't actually have a question? Okay. You had a question.
How do non-developers get involved in open source?
Got it. That's accurate, correct? Excellent. All right. So we're saving this. So we have a little bit of time. I don't know how much. I'm going to count on Hunter to now find Todd and just. Oh, one more question. Go ahead.
Since
now
we
you all
already-
have questions.
Sorry.
Ma'am, where was your hand earlier? So I didn't see
Up
it.
here.
It was down.
Down here. Since we already had the education question, how do you get, if you're in education, how do you get people who are anti-open source or afraid of non-industry standard, something, whatever, to actually accept using open source software?
Got it.
And now for Todd.
Perfect. 20 minutes. We have one. So let's see how many questions we have. So again, we had one question. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 questions. It's about 2 minutes apiece. I'll take that and save some time for Q&A at the end. All right. Oh,
One more. Please.
sure.
What license should I use?
Oh, that's a perfect question to end on. But I can't think how to phrase it. Give me a second. That's a tough one. Let me see. Apache. MS. Okay. Got it.